Welcome to our kitchen again. Can we say hi? I'm gonna crack it in just a second. So this is Sasha June Matthews, and who's this? Mommy June Matthews. She's a little shy today.
Wait, stop. We found a little baby garlic.
She likes to stop and appreciate like little tiny things, as you can see. But she is doing an awesome job with the garlic. So as you can see, that's her favorite job. So let's keep peeling garlic. So in the meantime, I'm gonna actually tell you a little bit about our recipe. Today we're gonna make a quick recipe, because those are my favorite ones, right?
Yeah.
So we're making
We're making a soup.
well, not today. You were very close, but not today. So today we're making some salmon cakes. They can be just veggie cakes if you prefer. So you can just kind of substitute it instead of the salmon, just vegetables. And I'm gonna start off with ingredients. So since we still have squash around, I'm gonna use a big summer squash. This one I actually got it from my neighbor next door. She's a sweetie, so her name is Fabiola. So, and
we got
onions.
Big scissors right here.
Okay, Sasha's saying like the
Then we got
the
some
tools we need.
mango. Got some mango on my hand.
Yeah,
and
but
actually see it's so heavy.
yeah, nice and dense. There you go, Sasha. So we say summer squash,
Yes,
some onions. We do one onion, a handful of garlic. Well, maybe less, probably like 4 or 5 big ones. I'm gonna crack this one for Sashi. Okay. And then I had either 2 choices: garbanzo bean flour, which is my choice number 1, or any type of like flour that is gluten free. So I'm trying to do a recipe that is gluten free. And excuse me, I'm crying a little bit because I just chopped some onion. I have cilantro, and this is just ingredients that I have. I have sweet peppers, a couple California peppers, sea salt, fresh ground pepper, and one of the main ingredients is either sweet potato or regular potatoes. So if you're going for that healthier, way, just try sweet potatoes. So for the sweet potatoes and all the vegetables, we're gonna use this grater. So we're gonna grate everything, and it's gonna go in the bowl. So we're gonna start doing that, and we're gonna start building the recipe as it goes. So one of the things some people ask me, like, can we use eggs? You can use eggs if you like, but in this case, I'm trying to make it gluten-free, and I'm not gonna use eggs. So one of the things that you're gonna need for this recipe, if you're doing with salmon, I like to get this canned salmon from Costco. It's really good. So it's wild salmon. So I always look at the ingredients, and there's nothing else except for salt and think water. But that's it. Really good salmon. So I highly recommend this one. And in the meantime, I'm gonna just shred all my vegetables and ingredients. Gonna mix it, and then we're gonna go from that. Okay. All right. So one more ingredient that I was forgetting. And instead of the eggs, we need something that's gonna be good for binding. So I use flax seeds, golden flax seeds, and they're all organic. You can mix 1 tablespoon with a little bit of water and just kind of leave it on the side, and that's gonna be equivalent for 1 egg. So I'm gonna show you as it goes, like how I'm gonna mix all the ingredients. Careful, here, use this one. In the meantime, Sasha is grating all this nice little squash that we're gonna put in our mix. And she's doing an awesome job. Just tell everybody, just be careful and keep your fingers away from the little blades. Okay. All right. Good job. shopping. So now we have all the ingredients almost there in the bowl, as you can see it. I have some squash, one large squash.
And I can make that squash.
Sasha did it really nice and fine, and it doesn't matter if it's like nice and wet, because we need some moist, some to kind of bind the flour with this. Also, we have 1 can of the salmon already in here, the sweet peppers, and now I'm adding the potatoes. The potatoes can be shredded too, or they can be cooked. So I have already these potatoes, russet potatoes already cooked, so I'm using a couple potatoes.
I need to go to pee really quick.
Okay, so, and just make sure you wash your hands.
Okay. Come on.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. You don't need to ask. But, yeah, so the potatoes, the reason that I like roasted potatoes cooked, it's because it helps also to bind. So it's a good way to get your cakes nice and bind right there. And I'm just gonna add some sea salt. And I'm gonna start mixing all this. A little bit of garbanzo bean. I start off with like a half a cup. The same thing with the flax seeds. Actually, I put a 1/4 cup. Because the flax seeds they can overpower all the flavor, and you don't need that much. And you can add as it needs. So, all right. In the meantime, also I have like the pans nice and hot. Got 2 pans going on. I put some either olive oil or coconut oil, so that will be good. So, and I start mixing all the ingredients. There is no portions, exact portions for this, because I just need to go as it goes. Like, each batch is different. You need to make sure the texture is what you need to kind of stay like a nice and soft, but not too loose. So I'll show you in a minute the texture that I'm looking for. You need to be able to use your hands and get nice and dirty. That's what Sasha calls it. One of the things that she says, like, Mommy, I don't like getting dirty, but gotta get dirty. All right, so this is a perfect texture. Like I was saying, you don't need exact measurements for the flour, for the vegetables. You just throw the ingredients together, whatever you think you're gonna like on your cakes. They can be vegan too. That's the reason also I try not to use eggs. So either way. So, and this is the texture that you need. So nice texture to form a cake. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, depending what kind of situation you need it. For dinner, I like to make it this size because they're gonna go with a salad. And I already tasted too, so you can taste the flavors too to see if it needs salt. And sometimes if you have kids, you want to do like little cakes just to keep them interested, on the food. But you don't want to make them also too thick because they take longer to cook. So that's another size that you can use. Fun size for kids, just slightly smaller. And so I'm going to fill up my whole pan, and after they're done, I'm going to serve them with a nice salad. So, alright, so now we're just flipping the cakes that they're ready, and this is a really nice color that we're looking for. It's all up to you. The temperature on the stove has to be medium, so you don't want them too low because they will take forever and they will never get like a nice crispy color. There's another side right here. So they don't really take so long. Just have to make sure there's enough oil too, because you don't want these babies to get stuck on the bottom. So
is this a baby patty cake?
yeah. This one's a little dry, so it needs a little splash of coconut oil.
What are you doing right there?
And Sasha is getting the plate ready.
I got this on my hand.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna put it like this.
Sasha's getting the plate ready. I put it like a paper towel just to put them whenever they're done. And just flip them the last one. And the way that you can tell they're ready is like when you get really nice color on both sides. If for some reason you ended up putting too much oil, just kind of leave them on the side like that. Even it's a little bit more. And when they have a nice color and texture, they're gonna come to your towel.
Hello, my daddy. And just now we this.
You have to babysit them because you don't want them to burn. Also, each stove is different, so you gotta learn how to use it. And yeah, they're gonna be needing oil every time you get one batch out. So do you see how beautiful they look? Nice and crispy. So I usually like to make a huge batch because my family loves them. It's a good way to have food for days. And if you only have just you and another person at home, just make a bunch of those and just first half or make like 4 batches for different days. You can make burgers, you can put it with a salad. You can actually put...
you can make a Krabby Patty.
Yeah. You can be creative and eat any kinds of ingredients. We can put, like I said, like vegan. You can put whatever seasonal vegetables. You can use crab, like Sashi say, salmon, chicken, anything. So just have fun with the food. That's the most important thing. And like I always say, just put intention and love, because that's the main ingredient for your food. Alright. So in the meantime, I'm going to be cooking another batch. These babies are ready and getting out. Alright, so we almost done with this. Look at all our veggie cakes, well, the salmon cakes. They can be veggie, but
there's Freddy cakes.
do you like them?
Freddy baby cake.
So we have a couple cakes right here. That's Sasha's portion. A little bit of cactus salad with some kale.
I like cactus.
Oh, actually, it's a Swiss chard, and we put a little bit of avocado. We love avocado. So I'm gonna send you, if anybody wants to know about this recipe, just send me a message. But in the meantime, just stay tuned for more recipes, and we'll see you soon. All right, friends. We love you all, and I'll see you next time.